There we go. Alrighty. Oakley dokley. Free form power tool. Let's see. Thank you. Bippity boppity boop. Well, hello. Hello. Welcome. How's everyone doing today? Oh yes, good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. I know I started a little bit later than I normally do, but I was out and about today. So, here we are. Freeform portal painting. I didn't want to do a traced portal today. I just wanted to kind of wing it, if I'm being honest. And hopefully you guys enjoy the fun little scene that I want to paint today. How are you guys all doing today? Where are you watching from? What time is it? Or where are you watching from and how cold is it? Did it get warmer? Maybe. I'm not actually too worried about what's going on down there. I'm not. Welcome. Hello, everyone. How cold is it where you are right now? It's actually gotten warmer over here. Relatively speaking, it's like 30, 36 degrees maybe. Throw those in there. We'll do more over there later though. In the meantime, there are other things I want to do. I'm going to paint a whole little scene right there, and then I'm going to continue it over here. That is the plan for today. 35 here. It is a bit better. Yeah, I'd say 35 is a bit better. 32, yep. See, now that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I feel like we can all kind of live in the 30s kind of comfortably. Like, it's not great. Those aren't anyone's ideal temperatures probably, but I think we can all kind of, like for winter, it's not so bad. Could be better, could be worse. So hopefully everyone's been having a good, today's Sunday. Whew, wow, yeah, good Sunday. Whimsical cloud. There we go. Nothing too crazy in there because we're not going to be able to see all of it. I want to keep all of this stuff, this initial mountain, I want to keep kind of little. And then the next one, a little bit bigger. It is livable, yeah. I am really looking forward to spring though, not gonna lie. If spring came early, it would not hurt my feelings. So. I'm just dropping in a couple little mountains. I'll drop some highlights on them in a moment. But I gotta kind of get their undercolor in here first before I can get too crazy with any sort of highlighty business in here. And I do happen to know I want at least this last guy to kind of poke out over there. So, do that. We're just gonna there we go. Get some highlights on here. It's just going to be some plain old titanium white, nothing crazy going on over there. Just a few little bits, little highlights. I'll kind of come in and get the other side of my mountains here in a minute. I kind of like to do one side of my mountain first and then come back and get the other side. So that's what works for me. Especially if you're going to have like a highlight color and a brightness color. Kind of doing one color and then the other makes it a little bit easier. So. I am ready to go do stuff. I don't know what stuff I'm ready to go do, but I am ready to be able to go outside and not have to worry about how many layers I got to put on. So ready for springtime. Oh, springtime, summertime, fall time, any time that isn't winter. I like those seasons. I like some stuff in winter, you know, when it's I actually have the time to go do stuff in winter. I don't mind the season, but it's not my favorite. What is everyone's favorite season? That's a good question. What is everyone's favorite season? Favorite time of year? I feel like that's such a good question. Doopity doopity doo. And meanwhile, I'm gonna tippy tap on the base of my mountains here and get ready for the next little bit. Because I'm sure we all know mountains, whoops, my accent came out. Mountains are more distinct at the top than they are at the base. So we're just gonna kind of come up here and brush them up in the direction, kind of go with the mountain. So I'm on this side of the mountain, so I'm going to want to come up over there, kind of this way a little bit over here. Just tippy tappy, tippy tappy. And I'm gonna get ready for some trees. Oh, thank you. Oh, fall for sure, yes. Oh, thank you for the compliment on my brushwork, thank you. Fall is definitely up there for me, especially when I think about like apple cider, pumpkin pie, Thanksgiving. Fall is an easy win. Sweater weather. Halloween. There's a lot of good things about fall. Spring is also very nice because it's usually the first nice season after winter, and it's so easy to look forward to all the flowers blooming and the grass greening. It's also a very nice time of year. So let me see here. I need a bluish greenish color that's light enough to see but not super distinct. It's just back here in the background, so I don't want to. It's not the star of the show. They're just sort of. I'm just going to be dropping in some background trees. So, just kind of. I suppose they'll be closer to like little foothills because this initial row of trees is not going to be very tall. I'm just kind of gonna. I'm going to start out with my horizontal brush, and I'm just going to kind of pull them up into existence with probably this little guy right here. Just kind of whoop, whoop, whoop. Just hinting at trees that are back there. Probably should lighten that up just a smidgen. Just a wee little bit. Because there is brightness in that sky. There we go. Just pull them up, pull them up. Little baby trees, little baby trees. What am I painting? Well, first I have this little, it's going to be like a little mountainy, foresty scene that's going to live in this portal. And as I come a little bit closer, I'm going to kind of break out over here, and my goal is to have like another little mountain here and some crashing wave business going on. It's not anything super traditional, it just sounded like fun. So, yeah. Super excited for your... Oh, you guys getting some new brushes, that's exciting. Making my paint rounds super fun. Yeah, thank you. Just a fun, seems like a fun little thing to do on a Sunday evening, if I'm being honest. I also just ordered some stuff for painting. Yes, I did. I ordered some canvases and what else? Just a couple brushes, mostly some canvases. I'll be putting in an order for paints tomorrow. I need some new colors, or not really new colors so much as I just need to restock my colors. Put that over there. Beginning of some water. And And some slightly bigger background trees. Add in a slightly different flavor of color. Yeah, there we go. A more greenish blue mix here. Hold sideways, brush them up. There we go. And that water, or not that water, that portal highlight is really not going to hang out for too long, but I kind of knew that. I knew that. Down. There we go. Beautiful. It's maybe background stuff, but I don't want it to get completely lost. I do still want to see some of it. Even if ultimately it's not the focal point. Drop in a baby little bush over here. They'll highlight here momentarily. Put one tree to live over there. Some bushy business over here. Oops. Fumble my brush, but it's okay. I'll drop some more distinct highlights on my water here in a moment. Going to do some highlights on my, I don't have my, I get some liquid white on my palette. I'm going to keep the highlights on these bushes pretty simple because I'm imagining that a lot of the light is coming from kind of like the sky and the spaciness that will come to live on the outside of the portal. And it's just sort of leaking in. So I feel like we're just going to catch some white highlighty bits on here. And we're just going to drop in. I'm going to drop in one little tree right there. And maybe one right there as we start coming into more of this foreground business. Oh, hey, welcome. All the new people. Oh, thank you for all the likes, guys. Super fun. Thank you. I'm glad to see so many returning people. I know I took a couple days off, so wasn't sure how many people would actually stop in tonight, so especially since I kind of didn't start at my usual time. But I'm loving all the people that are showing up today. Dropping this little guy right here. I'll probably keep the highlights on this tree pretty light colored too. Might add like a slight shadow color, but the highlights side is definitely going to be more of a come in there with some land right there. Brush off my brush a little bit. bring some of this down, brush it over. There we go, there we go. Like I said, I'll be adding some more of my water highlights momentarily, just kind of taking care of some of the highlighty other necessary steps before I get lost in that whole side of things. Many things to do. Okie dokie. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate ya. Just dropping in. Nice little light green highlights on this little tree right here. I don't have a ton of paint on my brush. It's just a little bit, a very little bit of sap green mixed in with some liquid white, just to thin it enough to kind of get it to stick to the thicker dark shadow color that's on the bottom here. Thin paint will stick to a thick paint. Obviously, if it's too thin, it's going to look pretty sloppy and messy, but it's kind of, you get the right balance of kind of a little bit of liquid white in there with your color. You do a lot of little highlights and things on trees and bushes with not a ton of effort. Put your brush at a slight angle and just tap in. Little pops of color, I suppose, would be a good way to describe those. Oop. I'm going to grab a little bit of some grassy business over here. There we go. Oh my goodness. This is fun already. Oh man. Mid. Oh, I love your work. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ryan Butterfly. I know, Mel. Wait, I didn't really plan my stuff super officially today, but we can do like a I think it's like I can invite you as a guest maybe later on in the week. Perhaps a little bit later, or on one of your days off. I don't know what your schedule is looking like. No, this is going to continue probably way out here into space. But I just don't know if I'm quite ready to go all the way into that just yet. I kind of want to. Kind of want to make sure I kind of wrap that into the other part of the painting that I'm going to do. So I'll probably start bleeding into the greater portion of my canvas. I'm very new to TikTok and was very happy with what I found. Oh. I mean, I can't. I mean, I could, but I got gloves on. I'm not trying to ignore you. I just got paint-covered gloves. Well, I'm glad you are enjoying your TikTok journey, Ryan Butterfly. I'm not avoiding you. It's not my fault you got here late. That be your own fault, Miss Nell. You're just gonna have to watch and hang out as a commenter today. And we're just going to throw that guy in there. Or start that guy. I'm very like disorganized painting today. That's okay. I still kind of want like a couple other little whippity poppity boopers up in here. I do. I want a couple other little. Just a couple. Little things. Little bits. Blend that right into my portal. Boom. Come back and give some of this a little bit of a different flair. And someone remind me that I want to add stars into my sky, so please, if I look like I'm wrapping up and I haven't added stars, someone just spam the comment section with stars. Okay? Okay. Beautiful. We have shared responsibility now, guys, okay? We're also getting some really fun colored clouds up in here. My job is to put stars in the sky, guys. I meant later. I should have known. I've got a bunch of silly billies in the comments. People who have way too much fun and time on their hands. I meant later, not right this second. I could do it now though, and then I can't say I've forgotten about it. Since everyone is way into their job. Hello from Tijuana. Wow, you are from far away. Welcome to little old North Dakota. Yes, hello. Stars all the time. Yes, thank you guys. Can't forget about them now. You guys have told me like 20 times. I did. I meant a little later though, but we can do them now. Why not? We're gonna come down a little bit of paint. In or out. Make sure I don't have too much on here. And just whoop-a-doop-a-doo. Some over here, some over there, right in the middle there. I don't think I'm going to be able to see those, but we'll throw some right there. You can see them now. What I meant is that they're ones that are too far in any particular direction have a higher risk of getting covered up by future steps that are definitely coming sooner rather than later. So if I need more stars later, You guys. Fine artist also. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the compliments, guys. Thank you. Just having a little bit of fun on a Sunday evening. Now, back to this mountainy business over here. I definitely want one big ol' mountain that's going to live over here. It's not going to come all the way across, because if it did, I wouldn't have any room for my water. But it is going to kind of come right about like so. And if you're thinking, I don't really see where that mountain's ending, that's okay, because you will. Once I put some highlighty bits on it, you'll be like, there it is. I see the mountain. You might be able to see it a little bit, but. The painting squad, thank you. Oh, you are a fine artist also. Oh, thank you. That's cool. I like seeing fellow artists on here. Well, welcome. Do love seeing other artists. I feel like most of the people that I do see over here hanging out on the live are also artists of some sort. Not exclusively, but I feel like I do see a lot of them. We're gonna have bippity boppity boop, some other trees in there. Just to kind of blend that a little bit more. I had a very loose plan for this painting, so kind of keeping it a bit more flexible. So we're just going to although I could actually just boop a tree right there. I like that plan better. We're going to put a tree in. What is this, Surprise Sunday? It could be. I don't even hardly know what I'm doing. I do. I know the techniques. I just don't have a super concrete plan of action. But we're just going to connect these little inside and outside portal bits with fun little pine tree. Just going to live out here in space. Somewhere between the worlds. Fluff them up a little bit more on the bottom though. Want a nice sort of fluffy tree. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffy. There we go. It's a nice tree to kind of connect things up over there. Get some highlights on the tree, perhaps after my mountain, so I don't accidentally chop off a branch. I probably wouldn't, but I do feel like in my own head it makes more sense to highlight my mountain first, so that is what I'm going to do. I'm just gonna... Welcome to the chaos, guys. As I just kind of zing around the canvas doing what feels right in the moment. Oh, enjoy your pizza. The cosmic tree, thank you. Yes, that tree is connecting these worlds at the moment. It felt right to add it, so that's what we're doing. Little space tree. And I'm just gonna kind of drop in some little more kind of, highlighting mountainy bits. Snow on my peaks. Getting hit by the light. There we go. And gotta do the other side. So let's come down here. And just there we go. Grab a little bit more. Do, 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 do. This feels so chaotic and so fun. These colors come into life all over the place. Just popping into existence. Like there's like different shades of blue in here that like border out purple. There's red at the base of this mountain. Super fun. There you go. And there's one, you might not be able to see, but there's like this tiny little baby. Boop, boop. Little baby peek over here. There we go. Didn't want it to feel left out, so put some highlighty bits on it. Then we'll tip tap tap the bottom of that mountain. Because, as we previously stated, it's more distinct at the top than it is the bottom. We're just going to blend away the detail at the bottom. Just gentle little brush strokes up the side. And we'll come back and highlight our little tree that we threw out in space. Look at that. And you can be the same couple of colors as the other one. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the compliments. Do you check my TikTok every day? I believe that. I believe that, actually. But I took Friday and Saturday off, so you wouldn't have gotten much yesterday. I think I only threw out one video between those 2 days, too. I wanted just to take a couple little days of break. Everyone needs a break once in a while. Even when you have fun painting pictures for people to look at. And enjoy, hopefully. I assume if you are here, you're having a good time either communicating or watching the scenery unfold. One would hope you're here for something you enjoy. Tippity tap 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 some trees to life. Bring up some of those colors up the other side because that looked really cool and I liked it. So we're gonna do it again. It's 90% of what painting is. You like something, you do it again. You don't like something, you do it different. And then there's the other chaotic bit of things that exists is I like it, but I'm going to do it different anyway because I want to do something different. I thought a pretty awesome painting. Oh, thank you. You guys are so nice. And you've got tippy tappy fingers too with 7,000 likes. Holy cow. You guys are doing so awesome. We're just gonna add bits of brightness over to this little space tree we threw out into the world. Needs some highlights. So you can see more clearly where it lives. There we go, look at that. Such a happy little space tree popped up right here just for you. Boom! We're just gonna add little hints at some land that comes and meets up with the water. Leave it a little mysterious. But it's over there. Alright, so we got some mountains, we got some greeneries. I'm going to clean up my palette really quick because I've made a right mess of things, and then we're going to start painting some big water. Yep, we're going to paint some hopefully really awesome oceany business. More waterfalls. No waterfalls today, actually. Not today. Perhaps a different day. Maybe we'll do waterfalls on Wednesday because there's W's there. Don't quote me on that though, because I don't actually know what I'm doing on Wednesday, as far as a painting goes, or anything else for that matter. It's my birthday Wednesday too. I kind of want to stream, and I kind of want to eat some cake and curry. Definitely. It's in the books. We're having curry on Wednesday. Curry's delicious. You can't tell me otherwise. Alrighty, let's see. Quoted. Waterfall Wednesday, you can't quote me on that. Waterfall Wednesday. You guys are ridiculous. I got a bunch of silly goobers in my comments today. And very nice goobers, but also some silly ones. Boom, 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 boom. Not gonna worry about this part yet, because the horizon is what I'm working on right that second. And the rest of that little water line is so easy to drop back in there, it's not even worth fretting over. It's just not. Just look at that. My water line's already back, in case you were wondering where it went. We're just gonna keep coming out. Getting closer and closer with our water. Periodically, when I find my fan brush of choice, there it is. Just coming back out here. My water is like kissing that mountain. And you know what? I'm going to leave it. Because nothing of this painting is based in reality. It's going to happen Windy Wednesday. I don't know how I would paint wind. Windy Wednesday. You guys are planning my Wednesdays for me. Of course you are. Whatever. What is Windy Wednesday? Ryan Butterfly. What would that look like? Because I'm curious and I want to know. Look at how pretty that is though. Oh my goodness, where's my fan brush? Wednesday could be windy. Horizontal, when you're doing these little strokes here, when you're coming from the bright part of your wave, bringing it back. I'll keep it nice and horizontal. Otherwise, all your water's not going to look like, it's not going to look very much like water at all. Add some little highlights, got those in. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Trees in the breeze, flower, okay, I can see that. Flower petals floating along the way. I'd have to think about that a little bit more. Perhaps I could do something like that at some point. Never done anything like that before. So it would be an interesting idea. I am loving how this is coming along though. For something that I kind of thought of slightly on a whim and seemed like it would be super fun. And it is, by the way. Super fun. So, at some point here, I do want to do a little crashy wave, but I think I'm going to do one more kind of like little layer in here, and then I'll kind of come into that. Yeah. We'll do one more. And we're going to come in, whoops, with enough paint on our brush, palette knife, to do a thing. And just kind of get that right in there. Start meeting up with our other body of water. Do 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 do. It's like my mountain is becoming the water too. That's super cool. Just connecting all these little bits. Although we are leaving plenty of darkness in between each layers of water. Because ooh, love that. You need to have both. You can't have darkness without light. You can't have the light without the darkness. I'm just going to pull that back a little bit more. Keeping it nice and horizontal. Getting it just a bit closer to the wave that came before it. There we go. Now I feel like I am in a good position where I can add the start of my little crashy waves. So let's see here. Don't want too much paint on my palette knife. We're just gonna I'm going to put one right there. We're going to let that come down. Come out that way. So, I want this one to be slightly bigger than the other one. Also, this wave is green, which is cool because I found some more color hidden under in my prepped canvas. Isn't that neato burrito, guys? Got some green water in here. Do 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 do. Yes. How often does a painter? So, oh no, where's my paintbrush? This painter does that a lot. The fact that I haven't done it on stream is a small miracle. Do 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 do. I love everything about this. Oh, so much. I want a little less paint on my palette knife though, because I just want to add a few more little bits right here. Just a few little ones. Too much paint on my palette knife is gonna kind of give that a different look than what I'm going for. And we're just gonna come back here. Build the rest of this wave out. Do I do? Oh, I must. Hello everyone and welcome. I make little brush sounds, palette knife sounds. This is not a brush, I keep calling it a brush. I'm painting with a palette knife. It's my weapon of choice, if you will. Come back in here with the same little fan brush. This fun little one, if you can see that. It's great for kind of blending these things sideways. Connecting my water from my portal to the great wide space bits. Painting water is so much fun. Can't paint water every day, but sure it's a good time. There we go. Thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate painter quirkiness. I'm also going to have to get to a point where I need to add some little, I gotta probably just do that now while I'm thinking about it, the little bits, the eye of the wave. Drop that in there. Leave a smidgen of darkness in between the top bits there. I'm just gonna, ever so slightly, right about like that. Just gonna bring that over just the least little bit. Like so. I'm going to give an eye to our other wave. It also wants one. Its eye is apparently bluish greenish. Not surprising given the colors of everything else around it. I'll have to add some little splashy bits in here too. Grab some of that, just like that. Gorgeous. I'll need a fan brush to do my little wave swoopies and my little crashers. Oh my goodness. Cleaning my fan brush. Now let's see here. We're going to do our swoopy bits. We'll do this one first. Go over, and then just up. Leave some of that shadow stuff in there. Bring that back. And go get a teensy weensy little bit more paint so we can do the same thing over here. Just have our little waves have some motion, because we know they're supposed to move, but if you don't make it look like they are, it might as well be sitting still. We're just gonna drop in some more little bits. And let's see. Don't want this to be a full crasher, probably just partially crashing where I think it might have crashed already. So that's gonna be probably crash over here. It's kind of touching the land. And probably also right here. This one probably also is having some crashing business because it's like on top of the land, kind of land, space land. Blend some of that out, and then I'll probably have to come back for part 2 of the highlighty bits as soon as I finish re-cleaning my brush, of course. Do you have a drawing today? I do have a doodly bit. I doodled it in Sharpie because I couldn't find a pencil. So, yeah, if you guys want to see my little doodle, I can show you my little doodle. There's the doodle from a few days ago, I think, is when I doodled that, actually. Don't ask me specifically which day a few days ago. It was one of them. Not entirely sure which day. Just that it was a few days ago, as far as memory serves. Just mixing up these little water bits. Very, very gently. Not using more than like a little corner of this big old 1-inch brush. And I'm sure if you're watching that doodle, you'll see that it's not super, which day specifically, I don't know. It's not exactly like what I have on the canvas, and that's kind of, it's really just meant for like a guidepost. Kind of like a general idea of what I want to do, not like a iron, this is what I have to do. It's just a guidepost. I actually really like how this one blended out, so I'm not going to add too many more of these little bits. Just a couple. I might even just kind of mix them up with the fan brush. Here it is. Mix up that stuff right there. I do say the doot-doots a lot. That's my own idiosyncrasy, apparently. You gotta make sounds when you're painting though. I think that's probably a rule. That's probably a rule. I'm no expert, but probably if you're going to paint, you have to make sounds. There we go. I like the texture that you get from also doing little oval brush taps for certain parts of the wave. I do. I like to throw them in there. So we're going to add some water spray bits with our handy dandy fan brush here. Making sure I don't have too much paint on it. And we're just going to throw in a few little. That brush doesn't want to spit the paint. Rude fan brush. Let's try again. There we go. Operator error. There we go. Put some right up there. And over here. There, throw some over here, all sorts of little splashy bits. Look at that. And we can come back in and do the rest of our little kind of water over here. Waterish area, beachish kind of bits. I'm still not, yeah, 9,000. You guys are doing great. 9,000. You guys are awesome. So, I want sand. So I'm going to throw in some chunky water lines so I can add in my sandy bits. I should play music. Bonus points if you know what I was probably poorly humming. Because I don't even think I've ever seen the show that song comes from. But I know it exists. Well, hello. Welcome, people. Welcome. The darkness over there, get that close to it. I can always add my water lines back into existence. There we go. We're just gonna use that just time out here. Yeah, tie that together. Beautiful. Such a small little detail. I don't know if anyone else is even going to appreciate that as much as I do. That's okay. I suppose you guys don't have to. I think what I did was cool. Soften it up just a smidgen. We're going to drop those water lines back in. Right about there. Get some going in there. Right about there. Wherever I feel like it would make sense to have them is right about where they're going to be. And if you were ever painting something like this, you put your water lines where you think they should live. These ones are going right up under these waves here to help emphasize that kind of separation as we're coming into land. Or space sand, as it were. Or as it will be, I suppose. It's technically anything yet. It's not anything yet, but it's... Well, I shouldn't say it's not anything yet. There's a lot actually here. There's so many. So many little things happening in this little corner of the world. So I can't really say there's enough to happen over here because I put so many things in this little painting. Add a little bit of crispness there. Crisp. Mix that up over there. Bippity boppity boop. So we've got a pretty nice seascape portal-y business thing going on here. Oh, thank you. That's very nice of you. You guys are so nice. Whimsical little free-handed portal business. Going to do just a little bit more blending up in this area. We're going to drop in some sort of, maybe one more little tiny water line or like a couple partial ones. And we're going to throw some sand into here. Space sand. Call that one over there. Just kind of drops a few more hints that this water is moving. There we go. Now I feel ready to do some watery bits. Yes, I do. I do need a little bit more liquid white on my palette though. I do. So hopefully it'll come through nicely. I'm going to start with like a nice light green because sand in space can be any color that you want, and probably multiple colors actually, so it's not just going to be green, but green's the first color. But I have decided I want my sand to have in it. Brush off my brush. Perhaps some red bits or purple bits. And just splash those in there. Just some liquid white and a color. And if your paint's not splattering right, you can add a little bit more linseed oil, or if you're using a different paint thinner like odorless mineral spirits, you can thin it out a little bit more like that if you're not getting a nice splatter. I'm just using regular old linseed oil to get the paint consistency that I want. To thin my liquid white color mixture out to what is a comfortable splatter consistency for me. So it's pretty thin. That's why it splatters the way it does. And I just mix it up to have some white. Come back up in here into space. Add a few more splattery bits up there. Oh, love it. Never too many stars. Throw a couple more down there. We're going to sign, or I'm going to sign my name. Boop. And maybe just drop a little bit. Right there. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Where is my brush that I like to sign my name with? It's over here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Here it is. There we go. And we're going to sign it over here. And I do believe this is painting 81, but I might have to. I don't really have a way to double check that. Because the one I did most recently. Oh, hey, we're at 10,000 likes on the nose, guys. Good job, thank you. You guys are so nice. I want to say it's 81 because I think I finished up on Thursday with painting 80. That sounds right, that feels right. I think it's 81. So, I don't have a way to verify that. that though, so I might just have to number this painting later. But I think it's 81. Nobody can tell me though. I can date it with the day of the month that we're in. Oh, today is the 23rd. Five. Oh, I'll put the marker there. I'll just have to verify later which painting it actually is, but I think it's 81. Just have to figure out that more specifically. I have a fly that has somehow gotten in here, buzzing around. Yeah, look at that. That's a fun little whimsical portally space ocean mountain painting for the heck of it. So I will be probably this is the end of the stream for today, and I'll be back tomorrow. I need a time. Probably 6 o'clock. No guarantees on 8 o'clock, but who knows? Maybe I'll come back and do a 6 and an 8 tomorrow. Or just an 8. But probably 6. We're going to start with 6. We're going to go with 6 o'clock tomorrow. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make necessary adjustments for your own time zone. Hour later for your East Coast friends, and 1 to 2 hours earlier, depending on how far west you are. But yeah, thanks for having fun with us this evening, and for everyone who liked the live, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.